The Annual Solas Big Boat Challenge was held on a blusterly sparkling Sydney Harbour last Tuesday. 8 maxis hit the start line with their big sails taking advantage of the 20-knot southerly following breeze. So, the first run to the top of the harbour was truly a fast one. Master Lock Comanche won the sprint with Law Connect and Wild Thing coming in second and third. After 2 laps, Comanche hit this finish line at the Opera House first. Our coverage has live footage from Law Connect with highlights from 2014 and 17.
The 2024 Solas Big Boat Challenge, the final race of the One Circular Quay Australian Maxi Championship, has lived up to its name yet again. It was bound to be an eventful race with a fleet of 8 top-of-the-range maxis and mini maxis, battling it out in 15 to 20-knot southerly winds with gusts up to 30 knots. Wild Thing 100 had a glamour start. Grant Warrington's 100-footer, with her short rig, powered over the start line towards the pin end, followed by Matt Allen and James Mayo's Master Lock Comanche and Christian Beck's Law Connect. Not long after the start, the fleet hoisted their spinnakers en route for the top mark at Canai Point, Manly. On Wild Thing 100's strong start, Master Lock Comanche's Mayo said, "We're not surprised by its downwind speed. It lights up." Master Lock Comanche soon took a small lead over Wild Thing and held onto it to the mark at Manly. The 100-footer rounded the Canai Point mark in first place, followed by Law Connect in second, and Wild Thing 100 in third, the latter two approaching the mark side by side. "We had a good start," Warrington said. "Unfortunately, we need 20 knots to do well upwind. But we are encouraged by our performance today." Wild Thing 100's mast is smaller. Compared to its maxi competitors, it is the same rig it wore as an 80-footer before Warrington lengthened the yacht to 100 feet. Despite that, the Queensland yacht still enjoyed a stellar performance, reaching boat speeds of up to 29 knots. "The first downwind today was fantastic," Warrington said. "Master Lock Comanche and Law Connect crew are the best sailors in the world. There are lots of maneuvers, especially on a short course. Anything can go wrong. We were just off Comanche at the first mark with Law Connect. We love this race, it's always enjoyable," Warrington said. From the Canai Point mark, the fleet worked their way up to Shark Island Rose Bay, reached back to Canai Point, and then another upwind to Shark Island, followed by a tight reach to the finish line off the Sydney Opera House. On the upwind legs, Master Lock Comanche and Law Connect got away from Wild Thing. Law Connect, which took line honours in last year's Solas Big Boat Challenge, didn't go down without a fight. Christian Beck's 2023 Rolex Sydney Hobart Yacht Race line honours victor was on Master Lock Comanche's tail on the first upwind to Shark Island. Law Connect's sailing master, Tony Mutter, is feeling hopeful after their performance. "I thought we got round the track better than Master Lock Comanche did once we got going," Mutter said. "I thought they would be faster than what they were. Our crew work went well, we pride ourselves on that. For us it's the biggest thing we can do is make sure the crew work is good, especially for the Sydney Hobart." Master Lock Comanche responded by covering Law Connect. It worked. The team, who on the weekend won the 172 nautical mile Cabbage Tree Island race, on both line honours and overall, had a near-perfect sail and extended their lead over Law Connect. They stormed across the finish line to finish 54 seconds ahead of their rival. This was Master Lock Comanche's co-skipper James Mayo's first ever Big Boat Challenge, and he couldn't be happier. "I've been watching the Solas Big Boat Challenge for 30 years, Mayo shared. "I loved the race today, how could you not? This was the most spectacular big boat day I've seen. The Solas Big Boat Challenge is the last time we will see the maxis battling it out on the water ahead of the 2024 Rolex Sydney Hobart Yacht Race. The momentum on our boat continues," Mayo said. "We had no stuff-ups, we've got more confidence, a sense of belief in the boat and the crew."
This is your weekly global sailing highlights show, The World on Water, December 13, 2024. Aussie adventurer, Don Mac-Intire, has another round-the-world race for Corinthian sailors. This time it's in mini yachts, starting from the Caribbean and transiting the globe east to west. The boats are all home-built in plywood by the contestants. 15 skippers, 13 men and 2 women, have signed up for this major adventure, in 19-foot, 5.8-meter boats. It starts from Lanzarote on January 11, 2025. The 2024 Club Swan Racing Nations League has just released their class wrap-up. From the rugged charm of Corsica to the crystal-clear waters of Mallorca, the 2024 Nations League had it all: tight racing on the water, incredible venues, evenings filled with laughter and celebration, and the kind of camaraderie that makes the Club Swan community unlike any other.
I'm not good at letting down my guard. I really want it. For you, I was running in the water. When you said this was goodbye, that's when I realized I can't live without you. Try to be honest, I'm not good at letting down my guard, but I really want it. Before you, I was running in the dark. When you said this was goodbye, that's when I realized I can't live without you.
Basta, pronto, 3, 2, 1, poggia!
Women's match racing is gaining in popularity, and World Sailing has just held their event in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. 21 wins over 21 matches was a perfect score for the 2024 Match Racing World Champions, Normandy Elite Team, from France, from Team 2.0 from New Zealand, who classified second place and silver medal.
We are very happy. It's our fourth title in a row, so it's a really good achievement for all the team, and yeah, we are very happy.
In closing ceremony of the Women's Match Racing World Championship.
Meanwhile in China, 12 teams lined up, featuring a mix of seasoned champions and rising stars, who have delivered exceptional performances on the 2024 World Match Racing Tour. Britain's 7-time world champion Ian Williams, pinned by Manasport Logistics, returned to defend the title, aiming for a record 8th championship victory.
Hello, I'm Lily. Welcome to the opening day of the 2024 World Match Racing Tour Final here in Bao'an, Shenzhen of China. We just had a wonderful opening ceremony before the racing kicks off. 12 teams divided into 4 matches. The top 4 boats will advance into the quarterfinals. Looking forward to that.
Now we're here for the second time, which makes us feel a little more prepared. We're gonna aim high. We will try to go to the semis and strike for a medal, and from there it can go all the way. Of course, Ian Williams, the 7-time winner, is the guy to beat, and it's gonna be interesting to see how Cole Tapper has been developing, now winning the US Championship. So I think we have some good racers here.
We have the wind direction changed completely upside down, and so did our race course. But there are some really close actions, and some winners were not decided until the very last few seconds.
We were pretty happy with our start, but for whatever reason we struggled to get the boat going in that race. It's really important in match racing, if you're behind, to stay close. Especially in these conditions, in these boats, there are opportunities to pass. So if you can keep it close, then as you saw, we passed literally within 50 meters of the line, and so really happy to get the win. Didn't look like that was going to happen, and happy to progress with 2 wins and 1 loss.
Our goal going today was just to take each race as it comes, and managed to knock up some pretty good results on the board. I think we finished 4 wins and 2 losses today.
There was not that much method to the madness. We just tried to watch the other races and see what sort of shifts the other boats were in. And when you're in the first match of the flight, there's no one upwind of you, so you kind of go in a bit blind, but figure it out as best we can, I guess.
We had a good day, 4 and 2. I think we just have good communications between us, and we have good modes for how we're sailing the boat in these tricky conditions today that we saw. And I think the forecast is supposed to get better each day as we go on into the event. And so I think that'll be just showcase more of that mode that we have.
a light wind day on the first day of the finals. 3 teams finished with 4 wins, so you can see how close the battle is. A lot to come tomorrow. Stay tuned.
Foiling Week Pensacola 2025's lineup has been bolstered with the addition of 3 fast foiling boards and an open class discipline, taking it to 14 classes participating so far. Registrations are now open at www.foilingweek.com. Foiling Week is the premier international foiling event, and the World Sailing Special event will make its stateside debut in Florida early 2025, when Pensacola will become a hub of innovative foiling technology and thrilling water sports when the Foiling Festival comes to the city from the 24th of February, the 2nd of March. Founder and president of We Are Foiling, Luca Rizzotti, on growing the event, 14 classes have been confirmed with many more to be announced soon. We are getting an enthusiastic response from participants and locals already. In just under 100 days, Pensacola will host the North American foiling community for a landmark event. Marcus Lynch, High Performance Director of U.S. Sailing Team on Foiling Week coming to the USA, Foiling Week has established themselves as a global leader of premier events that provide a very important platform to support the development of the foiling era of sailing. We're excited to welcome their world-class program to North America and support the event's growth for years to come. Pensacola is a foiler's paradise, and the city has graciously opened their doors to sailors flocking to the flat water and strong breeze. We've got a community in the US that's hungry for more foiling events, and US Sailing is proud to support the extension of Foiling Week into the Western Hemisphere. The first high-tech boards to announce their involvement are the XF15 for the XF15 North America Cup, IQFOL for the IQFOL Pensacola event, and the Foil Surf Racing League, FSRL, representing wingfoiling, windsurfing, and foil surfing classes. The popular Wingfoil X15 features the latest cutting-edge equipment, and the dynamic IQFOL windsurfing class made its racing debut at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games this summer. The FSRL organizes foil surfing endurance races and will be a great addition to the festival lineup.
Emirates Team New Zealand has released a series of personnel video profiles, and we include Team Boss, Grant Dolton's. The big question we want him to answer is, will the Cup return to New Zealand home waters for the 38th match?
I didn't. Journey, well, it's been up and down.
Is this the end of an era?
Teams got very close to the shutting of the doors a number of times. It got really close a week after I took over in 2003. There was not only no money, there was debt. We should have won it in 13. It was pretty brutal.
The view from on board Emirates Team New Zealand's director, Grant Dolton.
We said, that's it. We're closing, we're insolvent now, we've got to go. So we were within, say, 7 hours of closing. And I made a couple of phone calls. I rang Vitelli, and he offered to help. And then we won.
We now present the America's Cup to Emirates Team New Zealand!
I'm not the smartest guy in the room, right? I never have been, never will be. But I'll outwork you. I'm expected to do things that other people don't do. I like what we've done in terms of the foiling monohull. I think universally the teams like these boats, and you can't go back to clunky old boats that don't foil. I mean, who the hell wants one of those? So we have made our mark. Win, lose, boats abandoned or not, it's there forever now, and it will always be remembered. But I see it also as part of the Team New Zealand legacy. We are responsible for the pinnacle of the sport, for the television to be right, for the boats to look good, for spectators to come, making sure the teams want to be involved. This is top of the game, and it's our responsibility to make sure all those aspects are looked after properly. We take it seriously. Every challenger wants to be the defender, so this is not going to be easy. So yeah, I'm worried. If we wasn't worried, we wouldn't be sharp. But my confidence in this campaign is high. I always believe